Hello there, guys. Sorry about this. I had to make the last video. I didn't realize my phone could only film up to up to only 30 minutes of footage. So this is a part two. So I left off where Lori runs to the other house. Runs to Tommy's house, and then Michael bursts in. There's a big chase. Um, and then they hide in the bathroom. Police arrive. While this is happening, Loomis and Brackett arrive at Lindsay's house, where they find, Loomis finds Brackett comforts Annie, and then Loomis sees the kids, and they tell him, what happened, because Michael. So before that, Michael kills the two cops and kidnaps Lori. So they tell Lindsay and Tommy tell Loomis this. Then we jump to this is the Myers house. They don't really tell you what part of the house they're in, but Lori, comes to, because she kind of like is just passed out in his arms when he grabbed her. So she wakes up, I think she sees Lindsay's body, and then Michael shows up. He takes his mask off, and then he pulls out a picture of them as kids. But she doesn't know what's going on because he's not talking. And then she fakes like, oh, I got you. And then she grabs his knife, stabs him like in the shoulder, and then proceeds to. Then she tries to get out. She gets out of the gate, runs into his backyard. Myers chases her. She falls in an empty pool, and Myers is like about to, walk up to her, and then Loomis shows up, tells him to stop, and then he kept going, and then Loomis shoots Myers. And then Myers seemingly dead. Loomis takes Lori to, like, I'm guessing it's a cop car, and then you have the scene, like, kind of call back to the original, the way it ended. Is that when she asked, "Is that the boogeyman?" and he said, "I believe it was." Then Myers shows up, grabs Lori out of the car, takes her to the house. They go in the house. Loomis, tries to stop Myers, and was trying to tell him, like, "I'm sorry, I left you." Myers drops Lori, and then proceeds to grab Loomis and squeeze his head. This should have killed him, but whatever. For some reason, this didn't kill him. And so then you proceed to have a final chase. Lori is like hiding throughout the house. Myers is searching for her. He even, like, where she's hiding, he finds like a piece of floorboard and it's like smashing it through the ceiling. And then she falls through. Myers shows up. She also grabbed Loomis's gun. Then Myers proceeds to tackle her out the window, and then she falls on top of him, and then she shoots him in the face, and then the cops show up, and then it cuts to them as kids, and then the music plays. Overall, I like this movie. I understand the problems with it. I understand that the problems that the traditional Halloween fans have with this movie. But I thoroughly enjoy it. I'm not saying it's great. Like I said, the rape scene was not fucking necessary, Rob Zombie. But, like, I think some of the kills were good. I really like the visceralness of some of the kills. Especially the scene where he kills his whole family as a kid. That whole sequence was great. And I think the kid who... I will admit, the first half of the movie is definitely the better part. Especially when he gets to Smith's Grove. Then the ending does become a little bit like basically the traditional Halloween, but I think it works. Rob Zombie did enough here, and I'm gonna hammer this point home in the next video. This should have been it. They should have only been one remake. I think the way it ends, it almost is. She shoots him in the face, because we got to remember, this isn't a supernatural Myers. This is a more realistic Myers. So I think her shooting him in the face, that should have been it. There didn't need to be a second one, especially Rob didn't fucking even want to make it. Now, granted, I'll get to that when I get to that. Probably later tonight, I will do the Rob Zombie Halloween 2 review. Oh, it's not even gonna be a review. It's gonna be a fucking rant. But overall, I think Tyler Mane killed it as Myers. I get some people don't like Myers being that big, but what I said it in part one. I think Rob was going for a more realistic take on Myers. So some of the kills Myers does, you kind of have to make him like big. So like I said, and I think Scout was decent. I just think she gets fucked in the second movie. They just, oh my god, I will get to it. But other than that, guys, I just need to get this part two out. And later tonight will be Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Oh my god, that movie. Alright, guys, talk to you guys next time. Peace.